My knife, right? My pocket knife. You see, when it comes to knives like this, sometimes it gets a little hard to open. And yeah, that's when I usually would look at this right here, right? You look at this right here. And once it gets a little old, like 2 years, 3 years, I don't know if it's going to be probably pretty hard to open it, but I remember it was. So this is something that I've learned. When you open it up, there's this like metal plate, right? And there's this like spring. So you clean up that spring, right? It's not like a spring, but it's like it's a piece of metal, you know. It's kind of works like a spring. So do not use like gel or like some of that red stuff. I forgot what it was called, but just use WD-40. Alright, just use WD-40 because that worked better for me. Way better for me. Just use WD-40. Alright, and then you see how it was like this now? You know, I find it really important that your knife should open up like that, right? And if it doesn't, at least, you know, your knife should be still properly working, you know. You don't want to have like troubles and you try to push this and it goes from right here or right here, or it just goes from right here. You know, oil this thing up and clean up your spring, clean up the inside. You know, you want to take care of your knives. You know how there's people who take care of their guns? Well, take care of your knives. And moment of truth, you see that? I try sharpening this thing. I need a machine or something to try to sharpen up my knife. But you see, this thing is still pretty sharp, even though it looks like it's in kind of a bad shape right there. That's only temporary, but it's still good. It's still good enough to do the job. So, I'm satisfied. I don't like the way it looks right here, but that could be fixed. But I'm satisfied. I like it. It's cool. See? I wouldn't recommend this as a toy. You know, just take care of it. That's my point. And you got this clip here. If you ever start taking out some parts, be smart about it. Because if there was a hole right here, and it was like with the spring, and you see if anything gets in there, it might, you know, get it all dirty through time. When you're touching it, it's going to make it all dirty. And then you'll see it inside. It's very dirty, right? But yeah, if you have tools, you know, to take out these screws right here. Let me tell you, this part right here, it's kind of like hard to put on for me. I think it's kind of hard for me to put on. Oh no, it's this one right here. This one right here is kind of hard to put on, but you can totally do it. Definitely do it. So, see that right there? That piece of metal? You open that up and there's a spring in there. You clean the inside. I'd recommend it. Clean it up real good. Put some WD-40 on that. And then put some WD-40 between here. Take care of your inside. Make sure on the inside of here, make sure it's not rusted. I didn't do that much of a job on the inside, but I highly recommend it. But I did the very best I can. But next time I'm going to open this up, definitely going to take care of all that just rust or light rust. It's lightly, you know. But this is going to be in my pocket. And I don't plan on taking this somewhere where it's going to rust like pretty bad. So, it's pretty nice. And I also, there's a time where this was getting pretty bad, so what I would do is just put it right there and just let it stay overnight, or just completely forget about it, get my other knife, use that instead, and it should bend back the way it was, and every time you pull it out, it's not gonna like hurt your fingers. So yeah, that's what I've learned. So I hope you enjoy this video and learn something. And yeah, take care of your knives. And yeah, there's people out there who give away their knives. Don't give away your knife. try to keep your knife and just. I mean, you can give away a knife if you'd like, but seriously, try to keep your knife long. You want to have a knife that you've been having for a long time, that you know for sure, and take good care of it. There's a lot to take care of, when it comes to a knife. So, like sharpening it, oiling it, cleaning it up, and just making sure everything's in place. Tighten the screws, get everything all nice and prepared for whatever you have to do. Make sure it opens up quickly too, so you don't end up like having a bad time or a struggle. So it opens up like this. It's pretty nice. See? Well, that didn't do that much of a job, but you get my point, right? It's because I was like opening it really soft. See? So, yeah.